Taking the 202 scenic route at night to Area Delta 4. Excuse me, folks, for the dirty windshield. We are now north on the 101. If you look to your right, you'll see a stadium where the Arizona Cardinals play football. The stadium is called State Farm Stadium. Okay, we're now turning on Glendale Avenue. Looks like we're turning into an airfield area. Oh, looks like an airport terminal building. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are approaching Gate 12 to Area Delta 4. Please remain seated until we have passed through the gate and it has securely closed behind us, and the HHR is parked. We hope you had a good trip with HHR Airlines. Enjoy your stay at Area Delta 4. This scene at the 750 Cruiser experimental aircraft is 1 year old. Happy birthday! All the pink lines you see are the dual brake lines, and look pink because the brakes require 5056 hydraulic fluid, which is a light colored red that appears pink when you're looking at it through the filled brake lines. The valve with the two brake lines running into the forward and aft side is the parking valve. I built the bracket and mounted the Matco PVD valve to allow for a push-pull cable control. I also designed a protective line cover and installed it on the heel plate just aft of the rudder pedals. This is called a puck nose gear strut shock absorption system, I guess you'd call it. It's basically just a rubber donut, a metal washer, rubber donut, metal washer on top of each other, and then it gets adjusted up to where it's tight. What you're looking at here is the forward fuselage top skin and the one with all the Clecos in it on the top. As you can see, there's a lot of rivets going to be going in there. I've got it all fitted pretty well. These are the seat pans and seat back frames. They're all fitted in there, and we opted to install the adjustable seat option, and that's why you see there's a little handle sticking out of the front from underneath on each seat. You just move that back and forth to adjust the seat forward or aft. As you can see, we got the doors fitted, built, and installed. The baggage compartment windows are also fitted and clecoed. Walking back here, you can see we have the vertical fan, the horizontal stabilizer, and the elevator and rudder are all installed. And we're still doing a little bit of wiring work back here. Most of it, for what's back here, has been run through the fuselage to the forward section. The rudder cables, of course, connect to the rudder pedals on the forward fuselage, and they run back through the fuselage and come out right here, as you can see, and then connect to the rudder horn. Back here, this little tab on the elevator. It's the pitch control tab for the high-level autopilot system. I have a video of us testing this tab. I'll post it sometime here pretty soon because it's pretty interesting. This is Tail Beacon X installed up there on the top part of the rudder, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute. I was talking earlier a little bit about the rudder cables, and here's a view from the back of the plane. Of the cables coming out of the fuselage. You can see that connected to the rudder horn there, and the other end of that cable is connected to the foot pedals in the front of the airplane. That's how we control the rudder. And here's the electric trim tab. Okay, that Tail Beacon X I talked about earlier, that little guy mounted up there, installed up there on top of the rudder there, is basically an ADS-B out S transponder. It is also a WAAS, WAAS WAAS GPS for position information, and it happens to be an LED position light, all in one unit up there. WAAS, WAAS, stands for Wide Area Augmentation System. And basically, in a nutshell, what it does is it improves the accuracy of the GPS system. The way I understand it, like a ground-based station measures small deviations in the GPS satellites up in space. Then they send the deviation data to WASP satellites every 4 or 5 seconds, which correct the deviations and send it back to ground GPS receivers. But in a nutshell, they're basically improve the accuracy of the GPS. And there again, there are the baggage windows that are trimmed and clecoed. We'll be riveting those one of these days, pretty soon probably. So this video is basically a review of where we're at on this aircraft build in its first year. So be nice to think we could get this thing completed in the next 12 months. It may take a little longer. The next video that's connected to this one is a nice video I took with a little drone, Spark drone in the Philippines, at the McKinley farm over there. So stick around and watch it. Thank you. Hello folks, that's the Philippine Sea out there, and the little square areas of water are fish ponds. And we're at the McKinley farm in the island of Bohol in the Philippines. A lot of coconut trees down there. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.